Opportunity to sit down with Wang Lijie, or Leo as he's called in the Western country, from PreAngel.ch. He has a fund and he invested in more than 300 companies, including blockchain, artificial intelligence and other stuff. And he's here to visit Europe and of course he starts with the Netherlands. What kind of thing is he interested in? Wang Lijie, or Leo, welcome to the Netherlands. Why are you here in the Netherlands?
I'm trying to, find out what's happening here on the blockchain space. I want to came here and study, what kind of innovation is happening here, and see if there's any potential ICO I can invest, blockchain company I can invest.
Okay, so you have an interesting background. You're an angel company and you have a lot of different funds, 6 funds, and you've had a lot of them in the past. What can you describe your history for in a short period of time?
Yeah, I started to do the pre-angel investment since 2011. At 2011, I invested 50 portfolio companies. I spent like 4 million RMB and started my own business. And then next year, I raised a small fund, which is a 30 million RMB fund. I invested to 40 something portfolio companies. And then it's a 150 million RMB fund and 60 portfolio companies. Now I separate all of my team, my partners, to have their own sub-fund. So totally together we manage like a billion RMB fund. So each fund is around 100 million RMB or 200 million RMB something.
And what is the amount of money you tend to invest in companies?
Averagely is equal to $1 million US. That's our sweet part. But maximum we can invest $3 million US to each company.
Okay. And what's your background before you started to be an angel investor? What is your background?
Actually, I used to. My first job is at Huawei, which is now an international company. It's so I'm an engineering background. So, and I think it's 2007 or 10 years ago. I started a mobile internet business. It's like a conference, offline events. I organized like 50 events in 3 years in mobile space. So I built my connections among the mobile space. So my first portfolio company in 2011 is all mobile apps.
Okay, so mobile apps was the start of your career and the start of the investment, and now you're into blockchain. You also invested in NIO, right? And what kind of other companies have you invested in?
Yeah, actually, I'm NIO's first investor in China at a very early stage. But we left, long before that goes to the top. So, which also, taught me a lot about this new technology. Blockchain is not just a normal technology. So the NIO, actually, I can make 6. If I didn't sell out, I can make like a maximum. I can make like 600 million RMB, but I missed. So
yeah, you didn't think it was going to go so high.
Yeah.
What kind of blockchain companies are you investing in right now?
Yeah, actually, one of the NIO's co-founder did another public blockchain in China, which is the name is Metaverse. Metaverse now in China there's 3 public chains: NIO, Metaverse, and QingKe. So yeah, Metaverse is doing well. I think for Metaverse ETP, their coins ETP, I think I will hold very long.
Okay. So let's ask a little bit about China and blockchain at the moment. They closed the exchanges and they forbid ICOs. Does it mean that the blockchain business is dead in China?
No, the technology, is very good. It's mutual. And you can also see Chinese government, their website, there says a lot of good things about blockchain.
They are going to start their own digital RMB, eh?
Yeah. We saw the video news, but actually that's totally different from other altcoins or ICO coins. It's just different.
That's true. Now that the big exchanges have closed, what do the Chinese people do to trade from RMB to Bitcoin and back?
I think they go offline. Actually, I think as I know, some of the big Bitcoin holders, they never use the exchange. They always use the offline in channels like Bitcoin locals, localbitcoin.com, something like that.
So it's basically going on, and they're just waiting for regulations at the moment, and it doesn't influence the Bitcoin world too much. So the platforms, like the Ethereum-like platforms you invest in there. What kind of other things are you interested here in Europe?
First, I have another portfolio company. It's called Energo. The coin is called TSL. Energo is actually is for the clean power sharing kind of economy. It's a micro grid for people to can share their green power to others. They can earn a Tesla coin, and they can use Tesla coin to buy others energy, something like that. And in Europe, maybe wallet, maybe exchange. I think there's a lot of things we can do here, but I'm looking for something I never know, which can shock me. So that's something really make me excited. It's not something I know, something I don't know.
Okay. So you're interested in interesting new concept, and it's interesting. You have been in the business for a while, since 2011, but you're still interested in the angel world, in the $1 million investment. You haven't moved to the 10 million or the $100 million investments. Why is that? Because you also work with companies like Sequoia, who have invested in a lot of the same companies as you've done, but later.
Yeah, I think it's fun for the angel run. Always new things, new technology makes me excited.
After the Netherlands, which countries will you visit?
I think Switzerland and Germany. Yeah.
Okay. And then how has Holland been so far?
I think this trip is a half-month trip. In the Amsterdam is the first stop.
And why Holland?
I think it's the open mind kind of thing. I've always been want to go to Europe. The first city is Amsterdam. You know the reason.
We'll make sure you see a couple of interesting companies and people. Thank you for coming.